welcome to Dead Man Talking. Tonight's show is a special edition as we come back after a little break with my wonderful daughter, Miss DGT. Wonderful story for you tonight, guys. Hope you do enjoy it. Of course, as ever, please do let us know down below in the comments what you thought. Please do like and share and help build this community and channel. And of course, don't forget to hashtag TeamFEAR. Without further ado, let's get into tonight's story. What's tonight's story, DGT?
Why I don't backpack solo anymore.
Let's get straight into that.
So this happened last year in Virginia, and also the reason why I never backpack alone anymore. I was taking summer courses at the time, and we ended up with a 3-day weekend in June, so I thought it was a great time to go and explore some of the Virginian wilderness all. I did a Google search and found a state park with a trail that looked nice, and I let my roommate and my family know the trail I was going to be on. When I got close to the park area, I saw a little outdoor shop where people were hiking in the Appalachian Trail shop. I went in to go grab a map of the area just in case I got lost. As I was talking to the owner, he mentioned a trail that is not well known and has a pretty cool waterfall and swimming hole. This piqued my interest, so I had him show me on the map. It took me outside to the state park, but he said it was a great place to go. I paid for the map and thanked the owner. I texted my roommate and my parents about the new trail, and I parked my car to set off on my adventure. I should note that the waterfall was going to be a side trip for my journey. I was planning 3 days, 2 nights. I started on the Appalachian Trail, and it was pretty packed with people, as some of them are really fun to talk to. As expected, I got further and further from the main trail as I saw less and less people. Around early afternoon, 3 miles from my destination, I noticed it was unnaturally silent. No birds, no bugs, not even wind. I had the feeling of being watched. I shook it off over me as I was annihilating the situation. I got to the waterfall. It wasn't too spectacular, but it was cool to look at. Plus, I had a good sized area to swim in, so I stripped down to my skivvies and took a dip. It was pretty refreshing. As I got my clothes back on, I started to whistle to myself. It was Chill Bill because it was stuck in my head. That's when I heard something whistle the same tune back. I thought it was a bird to copy me, so I went back and forth with it, and I repeated whatever it whistled. I thought it was pretty neat. As I was setting up camp, I couldn't shake this feeling that I was being watched again. Like I'd get goosebumps and my hairs would stand up. As night fell, I built a small fire, and I lit my jet boil to make my dinner. As I did this, I became hyper aware that again, no sound, just deafening silence. Some part of my brain was telling me that I'm not safe and to leave. I ignored it and crawled back into my tent with my flashlight and book. I went to sleep without an incident. When I woke up the next morning, my sight was trashed. My campsite was nowhere to be found. My bear bag with all my food cut down and the contents were thrown across the site. My first thought was a crafty animal chewed through the rope and got at the bag, but I looked at the rope. It was cut with something very sharp. Plus, none of the food was even touched. I also noticed bare footprints all around my campsite. Keep in mind that I'm at least 6 to 8 miles from a road. As I was looking at the mess, I heard a branch snap off in the distance. I turned to look in that direction. I saw nothing, but I heard that whistling again. My whistle from yesterday, but it sounded different. It sounded more sinister. It made my hair stand on end, and this is when I listened to my instincts to get the hell out. It sounded like it was a little off in the distance, so I packed my camp as fast as I could. The whistling got closer as I finished stuffing the tent into my bag. I didn't bother putting away anything else properly. The whistling was incessant. It sounded like it was coming up from all directions. I got fed up with the whistling and stood and yelled into the woods, "Shut up!" It stopped whistling and it was quiet for a moment. Then it repeated what sounded like in my voice. It sounded just like me, but distorted as it came from an old TV. After I heard this, I immediately threw my backpack on and ran into the direction I came. I heard it moving just behind me, fast, switching between the whistle and the voice. It felt like it was toying with me, not coming too close but not being too far. It eventually sounded like I got further and further away from me. Then it stopped suddenly. When it stopped, I stopped. I turned around and wished I didn't, because I heard the most bone-chilling screech ever coming from my right next to me. That's when I started running again. I didn't look, I only ran. Less than half a mile, I ran into a couple that was also backpacking. They saw the look of terror in my face and asked if that was me that screamed and asked if I was okay. I told them about what happened and decided not to go down where they just came from. We moved to a more populated trail as quickly as we could. As soon as I got back into my car, I drove to one of the park ranger stations and reported what happened. Since the site was off park grounds, they told me that I wasn't in the jurisdiction, but they said they'll send a ranger to investigate. The ranger station's parking lot ran right up until the woods. When I was getting into my Jeep, I heard the Chill Bill tune coming from the woods just in front of me. I never drove so fast in my life. When I told my roommate why I was back, only after one night, all he said was, "Bro, I'm never going to camp with you."
Wow, fantastic stuff there, DGT. Beautifully read as ever. Thank you so much for coming back on the show. Guys and girls, as ever, please do let us know what you thought down below in the comments. Please do like and share and help build this channel and community. And as ever, remember, if you're getting cold outside, why not cop yourself a brand new DMT Forest of Fear or TeamFEAR hoodie and keep warm with the best of the best. We hope you're all well and happy. And above all, remember,
Be safe, not sorry.